What is up, guys? My name is Morsaki and welcome to Planet Coaster. This is actually the second time I've been doing Planet Coaster videos, but doing it a little different this time. First time I kind of experimented with it. Didn't really work out too well because I just kind of did videos how you normally would and just kind of didn't go at it the right way. So now I'm going to try out and do something different. So in this video, we are going to be working on what I'm going to call Project Valhalla. That's the park that I have right here that you're seeing me working on. I have done some stuff off camera to kind of create a little entrance way with kind of like a park sign that you walk into. Almost like a gate system with all the park entrances and kind of like a centralized kind of landmark, I'll call it, which is just a giant tree that you can kind of see in the background right there. So yeah, that's kind of what we're just gonna do right now. I'm just gonna kind of watch this time lapse of me building this little area. It actually took me an hour to build this entire area, and what you see in this video is about 20 minutes of time when it actually took an hour, so about it's going about 3 times speed. I think that's what you would say. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, so there's gonna be some times in this video where I kind of go silent for a little bit and I'll just play some music, then you can kind of just watch the building, kind of just enjoy, because that's one of my favorite things about this game is the ability to create whatever your heart desires. And that's why I want to come back to Planet Coaster, because it allows me to do that, and it gives you such freedom to be creative that you can make whatever you want. You can do a pirate themed park, a Viking themed park, which is what I'm doing right here. Whatever you want. Sci-fi, spaceships, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for this video. So I'm gonna just talk and you're gonna watch and listen, and it'll be fun. So what we're starting with right here is a Viking longhouse. That's the kind of the look I'm going for in this building and this area. This area will be kind of a food area where you can get food, drinks. There's a restroom in there. And I think I put in an information booth. I'm pretty sure that's what got put in there. I could be wrong, but you'll see in this video. I did take inspiration from things online because, I mean, it's kind of hard to come up with stuff off the top of the head for a Viking longhouse, and I kind of had a general sense of what I was going for, but, you know, just a little bit of extra visual aid is always good. So one of the things I want for this park is I want you guys to be involved in kind of decisions that I make of what to add, where to put things, if you guys like these things, if I should change things. I really want this to be interactive with you guys, so you can give me your input in the comments below and tell me what you think about things, and if you like this longhouse, if you think it fits well, if you think there needs to be any color changes. I do like the colors that it has now. They're pretty basic. The walls that I used are just, you can only have them that color, but they're pretty natural, almost what I would imagine Vikings would have back whenever they reigned. I'll say, because nobody wanted to mess with the Vikings. I would not want to mess with the Vikings if I lived back then, because they would totally mess me up. I would want to be a Viking, so I didn't have to worry about that. But it's pretty natural, a natural wood. The roofing is just a wood tile that is almost like something that you could see them having, or not, but I think it works out pretty well. So yeah, these supports on the side were one thing that I saw that were really consistent with every picture I saw of a Viking longhouse. These supports, I don't really know what they're used for, but I thought they look really cool, and there must be for some function that I'm not sure of, but it'd be cool to find out what those are used for, so I can tell you guys, but maybe that's for another video. Coaster building games have always been one of my favorite types of games. I'm into so many different types of games that it's just one thing that I've always been able to fall back to whenever I need something that's kind of just relaxing, and I can kind of just do whatever and build stuff and just let my imagination run free, because like in first person shooters you can't really do that. You're just locked in on the mission and you don't really have any creativity and stuff that you can tap into, and so there's none of that. And I've always been just so into like creativity, and I would say I'm creative rather than artistic, because I don't know, I've always been coming up with things and my imagination running free and doing its own thing, but just never have really been able to like paint or draw too well. But that's gonna change, because I'm actually gonna try to custom paint some slip-on vans, so maybe I'll make some videos out of me doing that, or I don't know, because I don't know how it's gonna go. Let me know what you guys think if you want that to happen. So right here I'm trying to change the color of the tiles and everything, but I had a hard time selecting all the roof pieces, and I just decided that this almost gray, you could call it, this really dark brown that almost appears gray, was the best choice, because anything that I did was too bright, and all the pictures I was looking at, the roofing was always darker than the wood itself, which, I mean, I can understand, and I think it looks better with the darker roofing anyways. I was trying to give it almost a natural look to it, changing these colors, but I just fell back on the original color, because I was thinking most people aren't going to be looking too much at the roof. I'll take a quick look at it if I'm at a Disneyland or something. I'll take quick looks at roofs, but you think everything's so high up that they're not going to be looking towards the roof. They're going to be looking towards eye level and seeing what's going on there, and so that's where I spent most of my time decorating, was more eye level. Now right here is, I really wanted to get a pathway into it into the longhouse to put shops in there, like I was talking about, having food and stuff in there. And I kind of had a tough time getting it at the right angle to go in. So yeah, there's just a lot of trial and error in this game. Holy cow, I cannot talk. English is my first language, and I cannot speak it well. But so if you ever kind of like are playing this game and you wanna make a pathway into a building, you can move the entire building. That's what I finally ended up doing, to get like a walkway that would fit into the building and allow me to put shops and stuff in there. So I went ahead and put a restroom in because you always need a restroom, and I felt like this was a pretty good place to put the restroom in. Because it was like almost like a food court I wanted to go for. That's the best way to put it. Just like an outdoor/indoor food court where you can go get some food and then sit outside in like a patio area with some like benches, patio tables, picnic tables, and kind of just relax for a little bit, because you always need those places in theme parks where you just kind of go and relax for a minute. So yeah, what happened right there? I have no idea what happened with the wall and the path that got created from the information booth, and that kind of confused me. So I just kind of fixed it and rolled with it. So what I'm doing now is I'm just terraforming, giving it kind of a almost like a mesa, a butte to kind of sit on, so it's raised up and it can kind of almost give it a little different in elevation, because you always want to see that difference in elevation in stuff, and it just adds to the effectiveness of the scenery and what you're going for. Like, I was going for, this is a Viking longhouse, and this is kind of like the meeting center for the Vikings where they can go, and it's almost like a community center where you can go see people, see your friends, have some food. So really focused on making this as smooth as possible, because I didn't just want like sheer cliffs all the way around, because I was going to put trees and stuff around it to kind of enclose it in a sense, but have it be the one thing in there. So then use the smoothing tool right here to smooth it all out. Just go at it with the smoothing tool. I love the smoothing tool. So really, the types of benches I used were the Old West benches, but I thought they fit the best because they just were like logs placed on other logs to make a picnic table. And I didn't want just like the normal park picnic tables because they were too modern, and all the other ones I couldn't really use. So I thought maybe 6 on each side, 12 total would be good, and then some trash cans, because we don't want people just leaving their trash everywhere, because people are like that and they'll just leave their trash everywhere in this game. So then now I'm jumping into the nature part of this, and I kind of just went at it like, yeah, I'm just gonna throw down some trees and just call it good. Um, tree here, tree there, this, that, boom, boom. Kind of just filling the area, um, which is in my opinion a good tactic to use because it fills the area very quickly, and it kind of makes it look natural because you don't just have rows of trees of the same exact trees. Yes, I'm using 4 types of trees here, but I'm kind of spreading them out as best as I can to give it the effect that it's a natural forest almost. And like these trees are naturally grown there and they fit. And you see those kind of snowy trees that I put in because I thought Vikings and snow go together pretty well. I didn't put any of the snowy trees in this part because I thought it looked better with just the no snow trees, I guess. Because I didn't bring in the paint tool that puts snow on the ground, so I couldn't add any of that, which I kind of regret because I wanted to add some snow, but I can't do that now. If you guys know how to do that, let me know in the comments below how I can change like the paint tools, not even after I've got this game created. We're in the home stretch, guys. We got about 3-4 minutes left of the building of the time lapse, which is kind of crazy because it feels like it took me so long to build this, and I'm sitting here watching this and I'm like, yeah, it's going 3 times speed, but man, it's a process. It's very much so a process to do all of this. So I'm just kind of filling in space with some bushes. I don't really want people like to be able to see through the trees and see other things. I kind of want this area enclosed, like I was saying. That's why I surrounded it by trees and stuff. Adding some like bushes, flower plants and stuff does a good way of doing that and adding visual appeal. So somebody's not just like, oh, there's just a bunch of trees. They actually get to see something pretty, some flowers and stuff. And you always want to see that. You want to see park owners taking care of their parks and showing that they care for their park. So right here I'm just adding kind of almost a wall of rocks, but I'm lowering the rocks so they sit a little lower just to take up space also, because I don't want just grass there. I want people to feel like they're actually there. That's my whole goal for this. That's why I wanted to use pictures to base this longhouse off of. And I don't know, I just like realistic looking theme parks, if you can say that. Or I just like feeling like I'm there, in a sense. So yeah, I just kind of added some extra rocks just sitting around. That one went in the tree, but I moved it back down the ground. So here I'm grabbing these torches, these lights that I made. It's just like 3 pieces of this stucco wall and then like a lamp in it. I thought it looked cool because it is Valhalla and it's kind of like heaven for the Vikings. So I added some like almost stucco, like what you would imagine like Mount Olympus to look like for the Greeks. I added some of that in because I thought that kind of worked with it, but I'm adding in this kind of natural Viking feel to it. So with these ones I'm putting along the walkway, I'm having them sink into the rocks because I thought that actually looked really cool, how it kind of like built into the rocks. Rocks almost like fell around it in a way, you could say. I don't know, I liked it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Leave a like if you guys like this, if you want me to keep going with this. I think I'm going to keep going with this, try to do a lot with this. I want to do some coasters, I want to do all this good stuff. this is kind of just what I've done, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of Valhalla. And I will see you guys in the next video. You guys take it easy.